Little bit of room, and he takes it up to the 40, 45, 50, 45 at the 30-yard line. What a run by Woody Barrett. His right leg seems to be affecting for the rest of the game. Woody Barrett doing all he can right now to keep his team on the field, and doesn't seem to be going his way. 1st and 10 on the 31 for the first half last week against OU. Trickett nailed a, and there just wasn't any wind blowing against them. The kick was up. It didn't have much rotation. It looked almost like a little knuckleball coming out of the kicker's foot and up, and it just went a little bit to the left and over the goalpost. He couldn't get it there. That'll bring us to a media timeout here, and this is Cody Shagovac with your Miami University Student Radio. And we're back here as Gus Ragland and company look to take the ball over on the 26-yard line. We got 12:22 remaining in the second quarter. Ragland with two men to his right, a single man to his left, and he gets the snap, he looks the pass, he's looking to his left, he's got his receivers caught for a gain, and there is a flag on the play. That was caught by number 86, Luke Mayock, the 6'5" redshirt junior out of Sugar Land, Texas. And that was a holding on the defense, number 8 for the Golden Flashes. That's Darius Thompson out of Powder Springs, Georgia, with the hold, but Mayock still made the catch, came down with it, and maintained possession as we got a 1st and 10 on Miami's 50-yard line. Ragland in the backfield, he's got a tailback to his left, 2 to his right, and Mayock to his left, and the snap is down. Gus Ragland recovers it, and he runs up the middle because he had no other option to do so. The snap seemed to go to his right a little, and it slipped out of his hands, hit the ground, and Ragland quickly picked it up and ran for a couple of yards. That'll bring up a 2nd and 7 on the 47-yard line. Second quarter here. Ragland with the good awareness to get that ball and run with it and not allow Kent State to take the ball. Ragland again in the shotgun. He looks to his left to the sideline to check for the play. He's got one wide receiver to his right with a man-on-man coverage with the safety looming just a little bit up. 2 to his left. Snaps a little high, but he hands it off. The running back gets to the left, out, and he's still moving up. And that is a good little pickup for Alonzo Smith there. It'll bring up a 3rd and 3 here for the Redhawks. That was a gain of about 4 yards for Alonzo Smith. Ragland and company again go no huddle. He looked single backfield formation for Ragland, just himself out there in a shotgun formation. 3 to his right, 1 man to his left. He motioned for his receiver to come over. He still got it. He throws it off, and just a little shimmy move, number 31 for the Redhawks catches it, and that's Maurice Thomas out of Oxford. He caught it to the left, does a shimmy move, breaks the defender's ankles, and falls for another couple yards as Miami picks up the 1st down and 10 on the 35. Ragland again catches it for the shotgun. He's got a man out there and throws it away as he's rushed. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Redhawks. Ragland right there just caught it on the shotgun formation. He rolls out to his right, and Kent State was blitting a cornerback from the top, and he had no choice but to throw it away, ladies and gentlemen. Miami University's marching band showing a little spirit out there in the home crowd. Get the band fired up, and the team. Ragland takes it from the shotgun, hands it off to Thomas, who runs to his left and gets about 5 yards on the play. That'll bring up a 3rd and 5 on the 30-yard line for the Redhawks. Maurice Thomas with the snap in the shotgun formation, and he runs to his left, gets a good block by Mayock, and just is tackled by the linebacker who read and came down the field and made the tackle. Ooh, and there's a penalty on the Redhawks. Let's see what that penalty is that they mitigated over. So that brings right there for the Redhawks. We're now on the 40-yard line as Ragland takes it in the shotgun. He's got a man over the middle, and he throws it to Mayock. But good defense right there for the cornerback, Elvis Hines, out of Camden, New Jersey. He reads the ball. Mayock goes over the middle, kind of a little slant route, gets it in the middle, and the cornerback just stops it. Hines, with the good read, breaks on the ball, comes over Mayock, and deflected it down. Brings up a 3rd and 15 there. Ragland just gets the ball in the shotgun formation. He had 2 to his right, 1 to his left. Hands it off to Alonzo Smith, and it just goes for 6 yards as it bring up a 4th and 8 on the 33 for the Redhawks. And Chuck Martin looks like he might want to go for it. 9 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter of this football game. And the Redhawks are going for it on 4th down. Here we go. Ragland in the shotgun. He's got trips right to his right. Single man to his left, and he's got Alonzo Smith in the backfield. He checks it, looks it over. 4th and 8, he gets the snap, looks to his right, he's got a receiver. Oh! And there's a flag called for, it looks like pass interference on the Kent State Golden Flashes, which will bring up an automatic 1st down. Let's hear it from the ref. And it's confirmed. That's a pass interference on Keith Sherrill Jr. on 4th down, giving the Redhawks an automatic 1st down. So that's a 1st down. 9 minutes remaining in the 2nd quarter. Ragland in the backfield. He's got 3 men on the left. He gets Kenny Young over the middle, and he got it. He caught the ball at the 5-yard line and was tackled. A great throw from Ragland to Young as he motioned Young out of the backfield. He moved. He's swallowed again up by the Kent State defensive end. What a throw by Gus Ragland. Gus Ragland having a great game today, making all the right and marching his offense up into the red zone again. It's a 2nd and 2 on the 2-yard line for the Redhawks after the great play by Kenny Young and Gus Ragland. Ragland in the backfield, got Young to his right, 2 men to his left, and they wildcat it and snap it to Young, and it's a touchdown, Redhawks. Kenny Young was snapped the ball. It was a little high. He caught it, brought it down, and ran to the A gap right into the end zone for a touchdown for the Redhawks. It's 13 17-0 Miami University. 8 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the second half. What a play call by Chuck Martin. The center not used to Kenny Young's small height as he clocked in only at a good 5'7", nearly overthrows him. Kenny Young jumps up with the great vertical he has, catches it, runs up the gap, and scores the touchdown. And the extra point is good now for the Redhawks, and it's 14-0 Redhawks. This is Cody Shagovac with your Miami University Student Radio. We take a media. And we're back here as Miami just scored and kicks it off to Kent State, who they get the ball. Rankin catches it at about the 2-yard line, lost it for a second, goes back into the end zone, and runs it 15-yard line, but there is a flag on the field and a little bit of extracurriculars after the play. And that's a block in the back penalty by number 24 for Kent State. The bonehead move by Raekwon James. And you just got to wonder what he's thinking on that play, considering they took it out of the end zone. You want to be clean on that. And they take it to the half the distance to the goal, and the ball will be placed on the 5-yard line. Kent State and company takes it over on the 5. Woody Barrett throws the ball and is just nowhere near his receiver today, as he had cornerback pressure coming off, and he was kind of hit as he threw the ball. But again, nowhere near his wide receivers, which has kind of been the reoccurring theme of the day for the Kent State Golden Flash quarterback, Woody Barrett. So Kent State, like I said earlier, has not been to very many bowl games. They've only been in 2 bowl games, going 0-2, where they participated in the 1972 Tangerine Bowl, where they lost to Tampa 21-18, and the last one, the most recent, coming in 2012, where they played in the GoDaddy.com Bowl and lost to Arkansas State 17-13. Ball program Kent State has. 2 bowl games in your entire history, good players want to come there. Off to Barrett, who gets the ball, throws it to his receiver, number 23, out on the sideline. That's about brings up a 3rd and 5 here for the Kent State Golden Flashes. Woody Barrett in the shotgun. He's got pressured. He's sacked for a loss by the Miami University defensive end. Number on the tackle, bringing up a 4th down and a dangerous territory for Kent State as they look to punt out of their own end zone. Kent State looks to punt it out of their own end zone. We got Thornton, and he catches the ball at about the 50. No fair catch is called, but he fumbles it. He fumbles it. It goes in and out of his hands, hit his breastplate, and Kent State is saying they have recovered the ball, but we will check. The officials moving him out of the pile, and Kent State does recover it. You got to wonder, with the defenders coming down on Thornton, why he didn't just call a late fair catch. Who knows? He might have heard the spooky footsteps of a couple of Kent State players. Got him nervous, and the ball hit him in the chest plate, popped out, and a Kent State defender fell on it. And that just seems to be the only way Kent State's going to get their offense moving today. Either Woody Barrett's going to run it, or they're going to get some goofball play off of a punt. But right now, it's 1st and 10 on the 47 for the Kent State Golden Flashes. Woody Barrett in a shotgun, 3 to his right. A man in the backfield with him. He checks over his option, looks to his right, and again he scrambles, looks around, and runs for about a gain of 4 or 5. The quarterback kind of reminds me of what Tyrod Taylor was doing with the Cleveland Browns in the first couple of weeks, where he would just look over his option for a mere second and scramble and run. He doesn't look very comfortable in the pocket right now, Woody Barrett. He takes it again in his shotgun formation, looks to his left. He's got a man down the field. He's trying to hit. And he hits him in the hand, but the wide receiver, number 80, Johnny Wood, the 6'3" senior out of Alabama, could not come down with it. He had him in the hands, and he bobbled it as he stepped out of bounds. That'll bring up a 3rd down for your Miami University Redhawks. Woody Barrett again lines up in the shotgun. He's got a tailback behind him. He's got 3 to his right, 1 to his left. He looks left to the sideline. His running back, Justin Rankin, kind of looked confused behind him there. He switches over to the other side. Woody Barrett in a shotgun. Gets the snap, hands it off. No, he keeps it. Thrown over the middle, and again, nothing. His wide receiver, Isaiah McCoy, not helping him out. Hits him in the hand, and he's dropped for another 4th and down for the Kent State Golden Flashes. McCoy had the ball in his hand, tried to bring it down, but the Miami University defender, just breaks down on the ball and hits it out of his hand. Kent not finding a lot of room on offense to work with. They go to punt, and hopefully Sorensen learned from his mistake, is back on the 10-yard line, and will either fair catch it or make sure he catches it good. The Kent State kick is terrible, and it falls and rolls and makes the Kent State roll all the way about to the 12-yard line. With 6 minutes and 8 seconds left in the second quarter, Miami leads 14-0 over the Kent State Golden Flashes. Miami looks to take over on downs at the 13-yard line, and we take a media timeout. Miami takes over on ball, 1st and 10 at the 18. Gus Ragland, he's got a man open. He's got his tight end. He throws it over the middle, caught by number 44 of the Redhawks. That tight end, Nate Becker. For the big gain, Miami takes it over at the 39-yard line. First down, Redhawks. Ragland in a shotgun, two to his left. He looks to his left, fake, throws it. He's got a man down, Sorensen, and just throws it over the head of Sorensen to the left on the sideline. Coverage there by number 8, Alvin Hines of the Kent State defense. And Miami looks to really just get in the tempo. They're trying to move the ball down. They had that one over the middle for number 44, Becker. And as soon as he caught that, they were really up to the line and again with the throw to Sorensen. Right now, it's 2nd and 10 on the 39. We got Kenny Young in the backfield with Gus Ragland. Two to his left, one to his right. He looks over his option. He hands it off to Young. Young runs to the left. He's got it. He's at the 50. He's off to the 40. He's off to the right. There's one man to beat. And he's hit out at the sideline at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 again for the Redhawks. What a play call by Chuck Martin here today. We've just been able to move the ball down either with the play option or the pass over the middle today with the Redhawks. The Kent State defense is not able to stop us. Ragland again in the backfield. He gets it off to Young. Young runs to the right. He makes a couple moves. He's again off to the back, and he's hit down at the 21-yard line of Kent State. He hit the hole, had one man to beat, shimmied around him, and got right up there and into the secondary defense. We got 5 minutes and 22 seconds left in the second quarter here at Miami University Yeager Field. We got Gus Ragland in the backfield right now. He's there with Maurice Thomas after Young checked into the sideline. Gus Ragland got two to his left. Hands it off to Thomas. Thomas runs left and just taken up by the Kent State defenders who came in on the left side, made it so he had nowhere to go and was brought down. I want to take a special shout out right now to talk about the fact that my entire family went to Kent State and we are beating them. My entire mom, dad, and grandparents all went to Kent, and I want to give them a special shout out as the score is 14-0 Miami. Ragland in the shotgun. He takes it. He's got a pass. He's got time in his pocket and throws it over into the back of the end zone. He was looking for Sorensen. Nothing available. And just tossed the ball out there for a 30-yard pass that he made look effortless. But that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 for the Redhawks. Ragland again in the shotgun. He's got one man to his right with his Maurice Thomas. He's got trips right, wide receivers. He's looking that way. He's got a man. He hits him in double coverage. And he wasn't brought down, but forward progression will hopefully give us the first down here. It looks to be close. Let's see what they give us. And it looks to be a 4th and 1 on the 14 for the Redhawks. Chuck Martin he has no problem going for it on 4th as we've done it already this game. And it looks like we're going to do it again. 4th and 1 on the 14 for the Redhawks. 3:35 remaining in the second quarter. Gus Ragland with Maurice Thomas in the backfield. Two to his right, one to his left. He motions his man over and gets the snap, hands it off. And we got the first down. Maurice Thomas, the ball carrier. He goes to his right up the hole. He's got a man to beat. Beats him up the middle. And it's a 1st and 10 on the Miami University 13 as we look to drive it again into the end zone to try and take a 21-0 lead. 3 minutes to go before halftime here at Yager Stadium. The Kent State Marching Band is there in the opposite end of the field. They look to get on the field first before our marching band. Right now, Ragland in the shotgun. He's got Maurice Thomas in the back. He's got a man. He's passing, and he throws it, and a flag is called on the Kent State defense. It will probably be a pass interference as Ragland looked to throw it to number 11, Dominique Robinson, the 6'4" big man out of Canton, Ohio. The referees are conferring, and it is a pass interference on number 30 of Kent State. That is Daryl Marshall, the 5'10" senior out of Maryland. So you got to think that if you're 5'10" going up against a 6'4" guy, you're going to make some mistakes. And that's what Ragland was really counting for there. You know, the pass was on target, but it looked to be a little bit of a scuffle in the end zone. And Miami comes away with a 1st and goal on the 2-yard line after that pass interference call. Gus Ragland with Kenny Young in the backfield. He's got one to his left and to his right. Hands it off to Young, who tried to move around in the middle up there and gets nothing and is tackled by the Kent State defense. He's stuffed, and it's a 2nd and 2 after forward with progress was ruled. He got to the line of scrimmage. After the play, though, the Kent State defenders were not able to bring him down, so they kind of brought him back and tackled him a little late, in my opinion, but the refs let it go. 2nd and 2 from the 2-yard line. Here we go. 2 minutes remaining. It's 2-2-2-2 for the Redhawks. We got Ragland with 3 men in the backfield with him. He motions out. We got Trips right now. Ragland looks. He's got a man. Throws it. And nearly caught in the end zone, but he couldn't come down with it. That was Andrew Homer, the tight end with the... That's who Ragland intended it for. Couldn't bring it down. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 2 for your Redhawks. 1:49 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Seconds remaining on the play clock. Ragland has to get this ball off quick. Ragland from the shotgun. He gets it. Throws it, and he's got a touchdown. Tight end over the middle, and that's a catch. Touchdown, Redhawks. A beautiful reception and throw to number 86, Mayock. Mayock was on the right side, lined up. He runs over the middle in a little hook, and Ragland stared him down, made the throw. Mayock had a step and a half on the defender, a wide open throw. You wonder what Kent State defense was doing. 20-0 Miami. The extra point, a low snap. It's up and good as the Redhawks take a 21-0 lead. Here comes the Miami flag that they run across the end zone. After that beautiful throw from Ragland to Mayock, that brings us up to 21-0 Miami with 1:46 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Miami kicked it off, and that punt is way out of bounds as Kent State will take it over at the 25 as Woody Barrett and company look to do literally anything with the ball. They haven't been able to get off to a good start today as Kent State has, not been able to find their groove. They only have 5 first downs on the day compared to Miami's 12, and they have 100 rushing yards and only 5 receptions on the day for the Kent offense. So Woody Barrett and company really looking to do something with 1:46 left. Barrett lines up in a shotgun. He looks to pass. He's got him completely underthrown to his wide receiver. That was intended for Isaiah McCoy, who had a step and a half on the Miami defender. But Woody Barrett and his offensive wide receivers just don't seem to be reading the same playbook today. Woody Barrett again with 3 men to his right, a man in the backfield. McCoy to his left. Throws it and caught by number 87, Mike Kerrigan, for the first down as he steps out of bounds. It was kind of a little, Kerrigan ran up 10 yards, made a step to his right toward the Miami sidelines, and he threw it to his back shoulder and was wide open. Again, Barrett pressured in the backfield, and he sacked for another loss. The Miami defender almost had to strip sack, but Barrett with the lucky pump fake that didn't get him to fumble the ball. I tell you, folks, that was almost a strip sack for the Redhawks, who this past couple of games have been very good with their turnovers. Kent State calls a timeout to go over their options with 1:27 left in the second quarter of this ball game. It's 2nd and 12 on the 36 for Kent, and they really need to figure out what they're going to do on offense. They haven't been able to find their identity today, and the Redhawks defense honestly just hasn't played lights out. It's more the Kent State offense hasn't done anything well. Miami defense is not getting great pressure. Woody Barrett has all the time in the world to run. He's just not able to make those 2nd and 3rd reads down the field. Woody Barrett in the backfield. He's got 1 man with his left to the tailback, 2 men to his right, and he looks over his option. Miami rushes 5. He hands it off and swallowed up as he tried to run up. That's number 11, who we've seen all day it looks to be, Woody Barrett's favorite man, Justin Rankin. He runs it up the middle. Kent State calls another timeout at 22 remaining at Yager Stadium. And we're back here. It's 3rd and 11 for the Kent State offense. Woody Barrett alone in the backfield. He's got 3 to his left, 2 to his right. He looks to his left. He runs around, can't find anything, scrambles again, and is tackled before he could get to the first down. And if that doesn't sound familiar, I don't know what is, ladies and gentlemen. Woody Barrett just doesn't seem to be able to find any of his receivers downfield. He makes the first read, and after the first read, he takes off. It's a 4th and 3 with a minute remaining left in this quarter. Time is... Miami takes the timeout right now, as it's 4th and 3 ball in the 35 second quarter. Miami just took a timeout because, in all honesty, with the way our offense is moving, 51 seconds remaining might be a good amount of time for Gus Ragland and company to move down the field. Kent State looks to punt on their own 45-yard line. It's 4th and 3, second quarter. We got Sorensen down at the 15-yard line. Ball is on the right hash. He's punts. It's up. It's a little wobbly. Sorensen called for the fair catch at the 20-yard line. And that's where your Redhawks will take over on down with 44 seconds to go in the second quarter of our good football game here at Yager Stadium. Ragland and company do not look to slow down at all. Some offenses would take the knee, but why would we? Our offense has been great all day. Let's see what we can get. Maybe a field goal, go out of here 24-0, or, shoot it down the field for a touchdown. Kent State defense has been giving up the big plays all day, and we don't know. Ragland and company lines up, and they will, in fact, actually take the knee. Unfortunately. That'll let the clock run down. As a great first half for your Miami University Redhawks on offense. And that's the end of the first half. Your Redhawks winning 21-0 over the Kent State Golden Flashes. I'll give you a little bit of a recap right here. Miami's got 12 first downs. We have 128 yards in rushing. We have 9 receptions for 119 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns. So we have the touchdown by Kenny Young, the rush up the middle for 2 yards. That was the most recent one. We had Gus Ragland in the first with the 3-yard run, touchdown up the middle for the 7-0. And then it was the Kenny Young rush up to the right for the 14-0. And then at the end, we had the little wide receiver Luke Mayock with the catch. And that gives us the 21-0 lead for the Redhawks. And I think it might be these good-looking helmets that we got. The Cancer Research helmets with all the different colors coordinating to different types of cancers. And that might just be the good luck charm for the Redhawks as we're beating the Kent State Golden Flashes, who are not having a good day today. Kent State only has 5 first downs, 100 yards rushing, 15 rushing attempts. They only have 5 receptions for 24 yards. And we just got to figure out what Kent State is going to say to each other during the halftime. They need to get the ball moving. They need to start getting something going. Woody Barrett can't be the only option for the Kent State Golden Flashes, as the Miami defense has been able to really shut him down, except for the one long rush he had. But other than that, Kent State's offense has not been able to get going. We take a halftime break as we got the Kent State marching band right down on the field. It looks to be not their entire marching band. It's a small little one for today. They do have to make the long trip from Kent State down to Oxford. And if you don't know where Kent State is, listeners, it's right near the Akron, Ohio area, up in northeast Ohio. And Miami is down here in Cincinnati, and you guys already know that. It's about 3.5-hour drive. So we listen to the Miami University and Kent State marching band, and I will be back after this brief halftime. Thank you for listening, and this is Cody Shagovac with the Miami University Radio. And we're back here for the second half of the Miami University Kent State football game. Kent State has received the kick and will start off at the 25-yard line. Woody Barrett back in the shotgun. He's brought down. We'll bring up a second down. And again, right now, Woody Barrett was tackled again in the backfield for a loss. It was a 12-yard loss after the third down play. Brings up a 4th and 21 for the Kent State Golden Flashes on their own 14 as they look to kick it away again. Kent State kicking it out of their own end zone right now. Sorensen in the back looking to catch it. It's a wobbly punt. And again, another fair catch is called by Sorensen, and we get the ball. Good field possession for the Redhawks at around the 46-yard line. 1st and 10 for Gus Ragland and company. 13:28 in the third quarter remaining. And it looks like it's a late arriving crowd for the student section. It's filling up a little bit more today. We've got 2 or 3 good sections filled up. And, of course, the marching band. Gus Ragland in a shotgun. He looks over to the sideline to check. He's got Kenny Young in the backfield. Trips right. And he hands it off. Young gets a couple yards up, and he just falls for about 5 or 6 on the play. That'll bring up a 2nd and 5 for the Miami University Redhawks. Ragland in the backfield. He's got Maurice Thomas next to him. He's got 2 men to his left and a single wide receiver to his right. He motions his running back to the other side of him. And he looks to hand it off. He does, and he's got a breakaway. He's at the 30, down to the 25, 10, and he's brought down at the 6-yard line. A great run. He had a hole up the left and extended it down to the field. The quarterback and the linebacker didn't know where he was. Maurice Thomas with a great run. That'll bring up a 1st and goal on the 6-yard line for the Redhawks. Ragland in the backfield. He snapped it off, and he gets the head up, and it's a touchdown, Redhawks. What a drive by the Redhawks. That is a 6-yard run by number 18 for the Redhawks, Jalen Bester. And just like that, it's 27-0 Redhawks. And really set the tempo right now. The extra point is up and good. 28-0 Redhawks. What a drive here by the Miami University Redhawks. It started off kind of slow. Then we had that huge run by the running back there to bring it up the field. And, you know, a great start here in the third quarter for the Redhawks. And Chuck Martin must have got that juice flowing again in the locker room. You wonder what he said to keep that momentum and that, you know, up-tempo go-to offense for the Redhawks. You can see it on their sidelines. They're all bouncing around, having a good time. They look motivated and ready to go, and it showed on that first drive as they marched it down the field. And again, Kent State defense has nothing to show for it today. We take a media timeout right now. You got to wonder what Sean Lewis, the Kent State head coach, is telling his team over there on the sideline after going down 28-0 early. It's the youngest head coach in football, D1 football right now. His youth is just showing. Kent State done nothing all game, and they haven't got their offense going. Their defense can only seem to really do their guys. And again, right now we got it going. Kent State is looking to take the ball over at the 25 after a kick out of the end zone for the Redhawks. Chuck Martin and company having a great start to the game. That was Davion Johnson with the earlier rush for 44 yards with Maurice Thompson. But it was Davion Johnson. He ran for 44 yards up to the 6-yard line. And then Ragland handed it off to Jalen Bester for the 6-yard touchdown, which led us to be up 28-0. Right now, Kent State takes it over on downs at the 25-yard line. And Woody Barrett throws it to his receiver, who falls down. Isaiah McCoy was just running and fell. Inexcusable right now for this Kent State offense. Woody Barrett lines up 3 men to his left. He looks that way, just keeps staring him down. Finally finds the man out there just standing in front of the first down marker. They may have gotten it, and it looks like they do. Pass was complete to Grant on the offense. Woody Barrett again, trips left, keeps staring him down over the middle. He 50, now the 40, he's brought down at the 45-yard line. That was complete to Trey Harrell. He was on the left side, streaked down, and Woody Barrett found him for the easy lob pass. There's a timeout on the field. Down there on the field. I can't. Seems to be a 8 of the team. He seems to be limping on that left leg there. He's all good right now. That's number 48, Ryan Newton. He gets back there on the sideline. It's 1st and 10 for the Kent State Golden Flashes. On the left and 2 to his right, a single tailback in the backfield. He gets the shotgun. He's looking to his left, finds the man over the middle, and he makes the throw and caught. And that's number 23, Isaiah McCoy. They do the hurry-up offense. And Kent State, McCoy gets the ball, runs over to the sideline to try and get the snap going. Barrett in the shotgun again. They're going to throw. They get him. They're looking for McCoy. And in and out of his hand, he's looking for a flag, but nothing. Well guarded by the defensive back for the Redhawks. Redrick Rankings for the Redhawks. Great coverage. McCoy wanted a flag, but nothing thrown. It looked clean to me from up here. 2nd and 10 on the 23 for the Kent State Golden Flashes. Woody Barrett got 3 men to his right. McCoy, Miami's defense is a little confused. They don't know what's going on. They've got too many men on the field. Snaps the ball, and he's running around, tackled after a 1 or 2 yard pickup, but there's going to be too many men on the field for the Redhawks. Another flag comes late. The referee picked up the late flag. And that'll be confirmed for too many men on the field. That's 12 men on the field for the Redhawks. As the defensive end for the Redhawks, that's the right defensive end, seemed to be the Kent State Golden Flashes. Did they move up 5 yards on the miscommunication there? Chuck Martin just didn't seem too happy about that one, screaming at his defensive end to get off the field. And now, Woody Barrett in the shotgun. He's got 2 to his right, 1 to his left, a tailback, and a tight end a little bit off the line. He gets it. Throws it again over the field. He's got McCoy, and it's picked off! An interception by the Redhawks in the red zone. Woody Barrett is not having a good game today. Hawk player number 10 for the Redhawks. A.J. Mayer, the defensive back. Wait, my bad. That's Sterling Weatherford. The defensive back made the pick. Woody Barrett threw it over the middle. He hit his receiver, and what else could go wrong for the Kent State Golden Flashes today? What a great play by the Redhawks, and the situation back there, Weatherford, to get that interception, stop Kent State momentum on offense, and get Gus Ragland the ball right here. It's 1st and 10 on the 6 right now for the Redhawks. Ragland in the backfield with Kenny Young. He's got 2 to his left and 1 to his right. He looks to his sideline. He checks. He snaps the ball. He hands it off to Young. Young gets to the outside. He's at the 10. He's brought down at about the 13-yard line. Wow, what a play and a transgression for the Kent State offense. They had it all seemingly going well. They were getting passes off. As the Redhawks were able to turn over the day. Right now we got Ragland on a 2nd and 3 ball on the 13-yard line. He's got Kenny Young right there. Handoff. And Ragland keeps it. He's going to run up the middle, do a little circle spin move, and get the first down and about a yard more. That'll bring up a 1st and 10 on the 18 for the Redhawks. We got Gus Ragland in a shotgun. Maurice Thomas to his left, 2 to his right. And he's up to the 40-yard. He hit the hole. There was no one to see him except for the linebacker, who was for some reason about 10 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage. That drive right there was 9 plays, 70 yards. Sam Sloman with the 42-yard field goal puts us up 31-0 over the Kent State Golden Flashes as Miami continues to have its way with the Kent State team. Sam Sloman again on the kickoff here. Kent State looking to return it, but if anything tells me like today, Sloman's going to kick it out of the end zone. And he kicks it. The kick is a little low at the end zone again, where Kent State will take over on the 25-yard line, looking to see if they can really do anything, and that's been the theme of the day. Will Kent State be able to do anything? I do not believe so. Woody Barrett has just been struggling all day to find any momentum, any offense. He finally found something earlier, and it was picked off in the red zone. But here we go. Woody Barrett in a shotgun. He's got one man to his right. He looks to pass again, and he's got a lot of pressure, and he's sacked by number 95 of the Miami defense. That is Ben Kimpler, the redshirt sophomore out of Libertyville, Illinois. Got Woody Barrett down. 2nd and 15. Ball on the 20. Woody Barrett in the shotgun position. He looks to throw again. He's pressured. Throws it out. He got a man. And that's caught by number 89, Antoine Dixon, the junior out of Fort Myers, Florida. Gets it to a 3rd and 13 for Kent. Third down. Woody Barrett again in the shotgun. Line to see what the coach wants to do. Trip left for him. One man to his right. A tailback in the backfield. Woody Barrett looks around. Snapped. He's looking to pass again. Pressured. He found a man over the middle. It's his man, number 87, Mike Kerrigan. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what the refs say it is. The referees are still discussing it down on the field. So Kent State keeps biting himself in the butt. They get a holding penalty, but Miami elects to decline it because it'll bring up a 4th and 3, causing Kent State to punt it. Kent State can understand this. They're down 31-0. Why let themselves bleed it? But it looks like they'll take it at the 32-yard line, 4th and 3. Woody Barrett still on the field with his offense. Okay, so the referee just messed up. Miami has elected to accept the holding penalty. 4 minutes and 56 seconds left in just the third quarter. So we have a whole quarter left for Kent State to just keep playing. The offensive line looking back to see what he wants to do. Miami looks to rush 4, and it's a false for... It's an illegal snapping practice. Ladies and gentlemen, they can't seem to do anything right. Nothing. The center is disappointed in himself. It looks like he clearly... Woody Barrett, hands on the 2. He gets the ball, hands it off to his running back, and he's swallowed up and hit immediately. What a great progression for the Miami University defense, being able to stay home, let Kent State make their own mistakes, which they continue to do time after time all game. Kent State will punt because it's 4th and 28 with their ball on their own 7-yard line. 4 minutes in time, counting down here in the third quarter. We got Sorensen back on the Miami M at around the 50, and a terrible squiggly punt, and he calls for the fair catch at the 42-yard line. The story of the day has really been the quarterback has been stagnant, looking like a chicken without his head out there, running around, trying to figure out something to do, and they can't. 31-0, Miami has the lead, and Gus Ragland backfield with him, 2 to his left and 1 to his right. He hands the ball off, and he runs up the gap and gets about 6 or 7 on the play. He's in 4 on the 34-yard line for the Miami University Redhawks. Kent State has elected to take a timeout right now, burning their first one of the half. And there's an injured goal. We're going to take a media timeout right now. This is Cody Shagovac with the Miami University Student Radio. Again in the shotgun. He's got his left. Let's see if we go with the big passing play here. Ragland backers behind that. Quietly creeping up, maybe looking for a rush. Gardner gets the snap. He does a little shovel pass to his running back, and he gets out there for the first down. Ragland really let that play. 1 second mark. Got with the run. That'll bring up 1st and 10 on the 27 for Miami. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter, and it just seemed like the Redhawks are trying to run the clock down and let Kent State stop bleeding. But we're not going to stop running down the offense and try and score again. Ragland in a shotgun, 2 to his right. Hands it off to his running back, number 31, who tried to get it to the edge, and he does, but he's on the run. That'll bring up left in the third quarter. Ragland lines up in the shotgun. He's got Thomas to his right. He's got 1 man, 1 wide receiver to his right, and 2 to his left. He lets the clock run down again. There's 3, 2, 1 on the shot. He gets it, hands it off to Thomas again, who runs it up the middle for a gain of 2 or 3. That brings up a 3rd and 4 for the Redhawks. 1 minute and some to go in the third quarter. 31-0 Redhawks. Ragland in the shotgun again. 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Thomas in the backfield. Kent State seems to be stuffing the box with 5. Ragland gets the snap off. He again hands it off to Thomas, who is kind of hitting the backfield, but he finds a little bit more room to run. Gets the stiff arm, runs it out to the left, and is taken down by 2 Kent State defenders on at the about. It might have been a loss on the play. And it was. It was a loss of 1 on the play. 4th and 4 for Miami on the 21-yard line. What will Chuck Martin do here? You got to wonder. The ball is on the left hash mark. The wind is kind of blowing in the direction for the kicker to get a good kickoff. You know, the wind will be helping them here. And they're going to be kicking towards the athletic. And that's the end of the third quarter as Miami University lets the clock run down. And we head into the fourth with a 31-0 lead over the Kent State Golden Flashes. We're going to take a media timeout here. And we're back with Sam. Long field goal here. It's up. And no good as it goes a little bit to the right. He had too far right. Kick, but at this point, there is a miracle in this fourth quarter by this Kent State offense. This game looks to be put away, and put away early as we have an entire quarter still to go. And honestly, folks, I thought this game was over at halftime.